Hello students, welcome back. In this video, we are going to do few questions of composite functions and inverse functions. So let's start. The first question is on my screen. In this question, fx is given to us. Fx is 10 minus 2x and another function gx is given to us. Gx is equals to 5x. Calculate. So part A. F of g of x we have to find. Also we have to find g of f of x. So let's do. So f of g we can write as fgx. So now main function is the function f. So function f is 10 minus 2x. 10 minus 2x. But here in place of x, we have to substitute gx because this is f of gx. As I have told you, if I have something like f of 2, so that means if I have 10 minus 2x, so here at place of x I have to write 2. Same way, now here I have gx. So at x place I have to write gx. So gx is a function. So what is the value of function gx? 5x. So here we have to write 5x. So 10 minus 2 times 5x is 10x. 10 minus 10x is f of g of x. Let's do g of f of x. So this can be written as gfx. Same way, now main function g we have to consider. So g is 5x. So at place of x, here at place of x, because here inside this bracket fx is there, so at this x place we have to substitute function fx. So function fx is 10 minus 2x. So 10 minus 2x we have to write. So this is 50. We'll multiply this. So 50 minus 10x. So both we have found. I'll just write it here. The first one is 10 minus 10x and second one is 50 minus 10x. So next one we have to find f inverse x. So function f's inverse function we have to find. So let's do that. So we have to find f inverse x. So first of all, this function f we can write in terms of y because we know we can write fx is equals to y. So fx I am going to substitute as y. So y is equals to 10 minus 2x. So these things I have explained in previous few lessons. If you haven't gone through those lessons, I have shared the link in the description. You can go through the previous videos for a better understanding of the concept. So first of all, for finding inverse function, we have to substitute fx as y. So y is equals to 10 minus 2x. It's given to us. Afterwards, we have to find the value of x. Afterward, this is the second step. We have to find the value of x. So how to find? Let's shift. So transposing we have to do. So I will shift 2x to this side. So 2x when I shift to this side, I'll transpose minus 2 to this side. So this will become positive 2x is equals to 10. Now let's shift because we have to find x. So x should be on this side, remaining other things should be on other side. So now y we will shift to other side. So 2x as it is, I will write 2x is equals to 10 minus y. Then this 2 will shift to other side because we have to find the value of x. So as per the second step, we have to find the value of x. So x is equals to 10 minus y. So when we are shifting 2 to this side, it will get divided, as here it's getting multiplied. So we found the value of x. So second step is completed. So value of x we found. Now x we have to substitute. This is the third step. X we have to substitute as f inverse x and y we have to substitute as x. So at place of x I'll write f inverse x. So here at place of y we have to write 10. So 10 minus x by 2. So this is the value of the f inverse. So what is the value we found? I am going to write it down over here. 10 minus x by 2. Let's do C part. In C part we have to find the inverse function of g. So gx is given to us. Gx is equals to 5x. What we have to find? We have to find g inverse 10. For this, first of all, we will find g inverse x. Then later we'll substitute this x as 10. We'll put the value of x as 10. So let's find same process. These three steps we have to do. In first step, we will write the function as y. So here function is gx. I'll write gx as y. So y is equals to 5x. Now we have to find the value of x. So x I have to find, that means 5. Let's shift to other side. If I shift 5 to other side, it will get divided. So x is equals to y by 5. I can write x is equals to y by 5. Now value of x we have found. So x we can write as f inverse x. F inverse x. This x we can write as f inverse x. And y we can write as x. X by 5. So we found this is not f, this is function g. So g we have to write. Now g inverse 10 we have to find. So at place of x we can write 10. So here as well we can write 10. So 10 by 5. So this is equals to 2. The value of this one is 2. Now we have to find. So g inverse also I'll write it down here. G inverse is equals to x by 5 because we need it for solving next parts. So till C we have completed. Let's do D part now. Let's do D part. So in D part what we have to find? In D part we have to find f inverse of g. F inverse of this we have to find. Also we have to find g of f whole inverse. So these two things we have to find. Let's do. So f inverse of g of x we can write as f inverse gx. F inverse gx. Now gx we can write main function. We have to consider the function f inverse. So f inverse value we know we have calculated in part B. So main function is f inverse. So f inverse is 10 minus x. 10 minus x by 2. But here in place of x I have to write gx. Place of x I have to write gx. So gx function gx is 5x. So 10 minus 5x by 2 is the value of f inverse of g of x. Let's do this one now. So whole inverse we have to find. Same process we will find. That means what I have to do, I have to find the inverse function of g of f's. So for this what we will do, first of all, I'll write the function. I'll be starting from g of f of x. I'll be starting from this function g of f of x because I have to find the inverse of this function. This is a function like when I have to find the inverse of f, I start from fx. When I have to find the inverse of g, I start from gx. Now we have to find the inverse of g of f of x. So that means we have to start from this function itself. So first step, this function we have to write equals to y. So its value we can write, its value we have already found, its value is 50 minus 10x. That we have done in part A, 50 minus 10x. Now this function we can write as y. Like in the first step of finding inverse, 50 minus 10x. Now we can shuffle, we can shift. So y, because we have to find the value of x. So y plus 10x is equals to 50. Y plus 10x is equals to 50. Now let's shift y to other side. When I shift y to other side, it will become negative y because it's getting added here and it's positive. When we shift to other side, minus y. So x is equals to 50 minus y by 10. This 10 I am shifting to other side. Here it's getting multiplied. When we shift to other side, it will get divided. Now after this, so we have found the value of x. Now let's do the third step. X we have to write as f inverse. So inverse of the function we can write here. Function is g of f. So its inverse I can write, and y I can replace as x. Y I can replace as x. So x I have to replace as inverse of the function. So here function is g of x. So that's why I wrote here. I haven't written f inverse because for whatever functions inverse we are finding, that function we have to write. So here we have completed. Here we have completed part D. Full we have done. Now let's do E part. Let's do E part. So I'm just clearing this thing. So here I will write the answers also. So f inverse gx we have gotten as 10 minus 5x by 2, and the other one we got as, okay, let's leave it. Okay, E part will do. So f of f we have to find. F of fx we have to find, and we have to find g of gx. Main function f we have to consider. So f is 10 minus 2x. So at place of x again I have to substitute function f only, because this is, here I'll write, this is f of fx. So f fx I can write function f I have to consider 10 minus 2x. So at place of x I have to write f function only. So 10 minus 2x. So it is 10 minus 20 plus 10 minus 20 plus 4x. So 10 minus 20 is minus 10, plus minus minus a sign which is with greater number. So minus 10 plus 4x, or we can also write as 4x minus 10. Let's do this g of gx now. So g of gx we can write as gx. Then main function g we have to consider. G is 5x. So at place of x again I have to write function g. G is 5x. So this is 5 times 5, 25. So 25x. So here we have completed this question. Let's do next question now. The next question, function is given to us as fx is equals to x square. Function is given to us, and domain of the function is also given to us. So what is the domain? Domain of the function is given to us. It's a restricted domain. So x value from 0 to 3. X is less than equals to 3 and it's greater than equals to 0. Sketch the graph of f. So first of all, graph we have to sketch. For graph we will use few values. For graph we'll use few values of x and we'll find the value. So since it is 0 to 3, we'll consider the values of x as 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is y is equals to x square. So fx we can write as y. So y is equals to x square. So x value, if I am substituting 0, so 0 square is equals to 0. That means if x is 0, y is also 0. Now if, let's consider value 1, x square is equals to 1 square. So 1 square is equals to 1. So when x is 1, y is also 1. Next value is 2. So 2 square if I do, so that is 4. So here we'll get the value of y as 4. Same way next value, so y is equals to x square. So 3 I am substituting. 3 square is 9. So I have values of the coordinates now. We'll plot the graph. So first value 0, 0. So 0, 0 is here at the origin. Then we have 1, x is 1. So x1, 1 comma 1, it's here. Then we have 2 comma 4, x is 2, x is 2, y is 4. So on x-axis I have located 2. Vertically up I have to go till that point, the point which is facing 4. Now 3, x is 3, straight up I have to go till point 9. So now I'll just join. I'll join. So I'll redraw this one. So neatly we have to draw it. So this is the curve we'll get. State the domain and range of f. See, domain is already given to us. This is the domain. So we can write, for domain whenever we have to write, we can write like this. So x belongs to interval, I can write 0 to 3. And now here if you see, so this graph once again I'll plot because its domain is restricted. Domain is restricted, so from 0 it will start. From 0 it will start and it will go till 9. Only till here. So this is the curve. So you can see how to find range. Y belongs to, this is domain. So x value is domain of the function and this is range of the function. So y belongs to, so y is minimum and maximum value, you can see. Minimum value is 0, maximum value is 9. Minimum value is 0 because you have to see the graph. So graph is not going beyond this point if you see the y-axis. On y-axis, maximum value is 9 and minimum value is 0. So we found the domain and range of the function f. So here we can write also, here we can write. So this is domain is x. So x belongs to 0, 3. You can write in the form of interval also, and y belongs to 0 to 9. In the form of intervals I have to write. Find the inverse function. So inverse function we have to find. Inverse function when we are finding, we will follow the same process. So it's given to us fx is equals to x square. Fx we will write as y. Y is equals to x square. Square when we shift to other side, it will become root. So x value we have found, I can write x is equals to square root of y. So x I can write as f inverse x, y I can write as x. So this is the inverse function. So inverse function f inverse is equals to square root x. So on the same axis we have to sketch the graph of f inverse also. See, first of all, if we want to sketch the graph of inverse function, it's very simple. It's very simple. See, I have the points for f function, x and value. So it was 0, 1, 2, 3, and it was 0, 1, 4, 9. For inverse function, the values of x and y, they will interchange. For inverse function, the values of x and y will interchange. So directly you can write here whatever the values of y are there. So those values will be the values of x now. The values of x and y, they interchange when we are writing the inverse function, because when I explained you the inverse function, that time I explained you. So if I have function f, and if I have function f inverse, whatever is the domain of function f, same will be the range of function f inverse. Whatever is the range of function f, same will become the domain. Domain means this will become x value, this will become y's value. I hope, once again I'll repeat, domain and range of inverse and the function itself, they will interchange. For this reason, the value of y here is 0, 1, 4, 9. So now these are the values of x, and the values of x 0, 1, 2, 3, these are the values of y. So we can plot now. So this is f function, f inverse. First is 0, 0, then 1, 1, it is same. Then we have 4, 2. X is 4, y 2. So here this point. Then we have 9, 3. So here we can join these points. We can join these points. It's a parabolic curve. So this is the curve of F inverse function. Now in the last one, so this we have done last part, E part, state the domain and range. So like I have told you, the domain and range of the inverse function will get interchanged. So here domain it is, so domain of this function is, we can write here 0 to 9, or x belongs to this interval 0 to 9, and range is 0 to 3, or you can write y belongs to 0 to 3 interval. So here we have completed this question also. Let's do one more question. This is question 3rd. Let's see what we have to do in this question. So function fx is given to us. Fx is equals to square root x plus 4. Domain is given to us of this function. X is greater than or equals to negative 4. Then gx is given to us. Gx is equals to x square. Find what we have to do in A part. We have to find g of f of 3. So for that we'll find first of all g of f of x. So g of x will write, the main function is g. G function is x square. So that means at place of x, so x square, at place of x we have to write fx. So this f we have to write, so fx is x plus 4. So this square and root will get cancelled. So this is equals to x plus 4. But we have to find g of f of 3. So that means at place of x we have to write 3. So this is 3 plus 4, because here I got x. X plus 4 means 3 plus 4, which is equals to 7. So the value of this one is 7. So next one we have to find f inverse. So for f inverse we know the steps. Till now so many questions we have done. First of all, we have to write fx as y. So I'll write y is equals to square root x square plus 4. When square root, first of all, will shift to other side. When square root we shift to other side, square root when we shift to other side, it will become square. Or other thing you can do squaring both sides. So that will also be same thing. Squaring both sides we can do. So if we do squaring both sides, then also this square and root will get cancelled. So we will get y square is equals to x plus 4, or if you want you can send square root to other side. Square root if we shift to other side it will become square. Now this 4 let's shift to other side. So y square minus 4 is equals to x. Y square minus 4, because when this plus 4 when we shift to other side it will be minus 4. So I can write x is equals to y square minus 4. Now x I have to replace by f inverse x, and y I have to replace as x square minus 4. So we found the value of f inverse x. This is equals to x square minus 4. Write down the domain. See, I told you, if we know the domain and range of original function, so original functions you find the range and domain, both the things. Domain is already given to us. Range let's find, because whatever is the range of this function, same will be the domain of inverse function. So I know y is equals to square root x plus 4. Y is equals to square root x plus 4. Now for finding range, because its domain is given to us, x is greater than equals to negative 4. Because we find the domain, it's already given to us. If it's not given to us, for finding domain also I told you, whatever is written inside the root, you can write that particular expression greater than equals to 0, and you'll find the domain. And for range particularly I have told, whenever you have square root, the square root should always be either 0, the value of this thing should be either 0 or greater than 0, either 0 or greater than 0. for this purpose, because if it get less than 0, here we'll get imaginary number. Negative of some number will be imaginary number, which we are not doing anything. So for that reason, I told you square root should always be whatever expression is there, this is equals to y. So this should always be greater than equals to 0. That means range of this function is y is greater than equals to 0. So domain is this one, this is domain of this function, range is this one. Now they're telling write the domain of f inverse. So whatever is the range of the function, that will become domain of inverse function. So that means domain of f inverse is equals to, or we can write, this is, because in terms of x only we have to write, so x is greater than equals to 0. We can't write it in terms of y, we have to write it in terms of x only, but it will be same. And range also you can write, its domain is x is greater than equals to 0, and its range also you can write, range of f inverse is the domain of f function. So what is the domain of f function? Domain is x is greater than equals to -4. So its range will be same. So that will be in terms of y we have to write. So range and domain, they will get interchange. So if any doubts, you can post your comments in the comment section. I'll be happy to assist. Now one question for comment section. Do this question and post your answers. This is for comment section. This is similar questions which we have done till now. I hope you have enjoyed the video and liked the content. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like, share and subscribe for more videos